Most people are not trapped by life. They are trapped by the version of themselves they keep repeating. And that can be hard to hear because it is easier to point outside yourself and say, this is why I can't change. The job, the money, the past, the people, the fear, the timing. And yes, those things matter. Your pain is not imaginary. Your past may have shaped you. Your nervous system may have learned survival before it ever learned peace. So this is not about blaming yourself. Blame keeps you stuck too. This is about telling the truth with enough love to become free. At some point, if you want your life to change, you have to ask, am I responding to this moment? Or am I rehearsing an old wound? Many people wake up every day and enter the same inner room. Same thoughts, same worries, same reactions, same story of, this is just who I am. Then they wonder why nothing new is happening. But how can a new life grow from the same inner script? Neuroscience calls this a habit loop, a trigger, a behavior, and a reward. Your brain learns what is familiar, then repeats it to save energy. Psychology calls one version of this rumination, repeating negative thoughts until they begin to feel like truth. Spiritually, we might say it this way: you are using today's life force to worship yesterday's pain. And I know what that feels like. I remember a season when I was between jobs after a contract with a tech startup ended. I started interviewing again, and honestly, I was rusty. I went through a few interviews and kept falling short. After a while, it stopped feeling like I need to prepare better. It started feeling like maybe I'm not good enough. Then a recruiter called about an opportunity with a major global tech company. I should have been excited, but instead, I felt shame, fear, and rejection before I had even walked into the room. So I made an excuse. On the surface, I sounded practical, but deep down, I knew the truth. I was not responding to that opportunity. I was responding to the interviews I had already failed. I was rehearsing the past, and that moment taught me something. Sometimes the door is open, but the old version of you is still standing there expecting rejection. That is the strange prison of the human mind. The door may not be locked, but if you have lived in the room long enough, you stop checking the handle. So how do you interrupt the pattern? Not by becoming a different person overnight, not by forcing positivity while your body still feels unsafe, but with one honest interruption, one moment where you catch the thought before it becomes your mood, one moment where you notice the fear before it makes the decision for you, one moment where you say, I know this feeling, I know this pattern, but I do not have to worship it anymore. That is where the new life begins, not in some faraway future. Here, in the space between the old reaction and the new choice. Awareness does not instantly erase pain, but it creates distance, and distance gives you freedom. You are not your first thought. You are not your old fear. You are not the emotion that visits your body. You are the one who can notice it. That is the beginning of awakening. The spiritual path whispers that you are deeper than the noise moving through your mind, not as a theory, as something you can test today. When the old thoughts comes in, pause. When the old emotion rises, breathe. When the old story says nothing ever changes, do not argue with it for an hour. Take one different step. Send the message. Take the walk. Do the work for 10 minutes. Tell the truth. Say no. Say yes. Choose the action your future self will respect. Because becoming new is not always loud. Sometimes it is choosing discipline when your mood wants escape. Choosing silence instead of another pointless fight. Choosing to create instead of complain. That is not fake positivity. That is grounded creation. A new thought, a new decision, a new action, repeated with patience. And if you are building something, a business, a family, a healthier body, a calmer mind, a more honest life. This matters even more because your outer state will always be shaped by your inner state. If your mind is rehearsing defeat, your hands will shake. If your mind is rehearsing failure, your courage will wait for permission. But if your mind begins rehearsing truth, your actions will slowly begin to match it. Not perfectly, not instantly, but honestly. So no, you are not stuck. You may be tired. You may be afraid. You may be carrying old pain, but you are not stuck. You are rehearsing an old self, and what has been rehearsed can be interrupted. What has been repeated can be replaced. What has been learned can be unlearned with love, patience, and practice. So today, do not try to change your whole life. Just interrupt the loop once. Notice one thought. Question one story. Make one better choice. That is enough for the door to open. And when it opens, walk through it quietly, honestly, one step at a time. Stop rehearsing who you were. Start becoming who you are here to be. Today, stop rehearsing the past. Today, begin practicing freedom.